Money in for the team of Liquid. They, of course, themselves at the moment only have lost the one tier 1 down bottom. IG.
Smoke. They've got those blink daggers we were talking about to try to catch Liquid off guard. Miracle.
There's the jump. With the red fire blast, they've got the dust, they've got it. Miracle gone for a minute. Quick, clean initiation and takedown from IG. Mind Control, of course, instantly in with the push. Knows that the full team of IG is down bottom. Wants to look to try and force them back.
This game for Liquid's very important about just lane control. Keeping those lanes always pushed in onto IG's side of the map. So when they do get those kills, yeah, they're going to farm a lot, but it doesn't lead to anything huge. GH was able to get a sneaky, or they were able to get a sneaky ward down during this as well. GH is stalking on top of Aggressive right now, who looks like he might be what they're looking for.
The swap. Into the stun, holding him down during his Ghost Shroud. He's got the Orchid out from Mind Control. Aggressive is popped instantly. 40 seconds.
We're going to find out about Rosh in about a minute and a half.
XXS pretty much with the full Manta. So now the problem for Liquid comes in the sense that IG are really going to be able to keep up that pushback going on multiple lanes.
Yeah, he still is pretty squishy though.
Yeah, if they can find him.
Still only 9 armor, and they've got, like we said, the Solar Crest, the Medallion, the Venge Terror. So many ways to pierce through that, and the Desolator. How are we doing toward BKB? So Miracle is going to be going for that next. Same thing with Mind Control. So that's probably their next, the big timings is next Rosh, BKBs, maybe Matumba Man has an AC at the same time too, conveniently, but they've also even got the Spirit Vessel on GH. So if the Alchemist doesn't have the Manta up, they can't throw that on top of him too. But IG looking to play around their vision bottom. They had sights of the Venge.
Let's see what they get here. SRF and XXS ready with those blinks. Wrapping around towards me. Chemical Rage is out. Stable Concoction starting to be built up. Who's he going to look for the jump on? He'll find Miracle. Does get him, but they don't have detection on the front line. So Miracle will be swapped to the side. Does comes out, but Miracle's already out of there.
3-man bridge stomp.
Second Concoction coming out as they'll look towards Matumba Man. Raid Fire Blast into the stun. They'll head in. Child Q actually just melts it to Miracle's damage. Look at the Reaper Scythe out onto Matumba Man, which will bring him down. Now for 70, again, those stuns from the army of Kuro. Kuro keeps himself alive with the stick charge, the familiar stuns from Matumba Man, holding down this Alchemist. Another Concoction comes out, though, on top of Miracle. Miracle stick charges isn't enough to save him. It's not. Miracle will fall. Magic Missile onto SRF. Decrepify, buying him some time. He's trying to walk his way out of there, but he'll pop. They've lost 3 on IG. XXS still on the retreat. Matumba Man seeing if he can quite chase down the Alchemist. The buyback from SRF as the Rat was coming into play. Mind Control was pushing heavily top. Does nearly find that melee racks. Walking to Baboka. Up with the silence.
He'll take that one.
Yeah, maybe able to just pick up a free kill on the way out, and he does. So Mind Control.
And now Q. Oh, Q just TP'd right into them.
No, he did.
He really did.
Oh, he did. Q. I know. Oh, XXS, he says they want to fight. The buybacks are going to come out. They want to go for this, but the familiar stuns coming out from Matumba Man. It's going to mean they can find Q. Matumba Man will fall, though. He's down a second time. That is a dieback. Q was right. As GH has gone as well, Q given his life there to keep the fight going for IG.
Well worth it.
Absolutely.
He got all his teammates back up in time there to get on him. These concoctions.
Oh,
cooldown.
Look at it go. You'd think he had an Arcane Rune and an Octarine Core. He doesn't. That's just a spell with the talent, boys.
It's just always up.
It's pretty crazy. How many stuns did we see there?
I don't know. Like 6, 7?
I had another one to that. What's after 7? 9!
It's up.
Oh my goodness.
What a back and forth game of non-stop fighting, though.
I mean, IG are going to be so happy with this. As we said, the fact that this all-in push that Liquid went for, IG are managing to falter it.
How many buybacks was it total? It was 2 from both sides, or was it 3 from one side?
Now we'll look here.
I see 2 from both sides.
2 from both sides.
Okay.
And as we saw, Matumba Man did instantly die a second time.
He did.
So, all in all, some hot stuff here from IG. XXS, as expected, storming ahead on this Alchemist, 19k net worth.
Yeah.
Exactly where he wants to be.
Does he have the plate million? Oh my god, he's got like the full Shivas now. So that armor we were talking about that was the problem, no longer going to be. And it didn't really seem like the problem. He was in the front lines anyway.
Oh yeah, XXS was just straight in. Stun after stun after stun. And yeah, as you say, with the Shiva's Guard on top of the Radiance, lots of great ways to sort of clean out the army of liquid summons that they're bringing in every time.
Yeah, full Shiva's down.
Roshan's up.
They can just keep looking to fight now on IG. The Rosh will die too fast for them to react, so they're going to have to play into an Aegis Cheese.
XXS. Does he want to look to go? Off the Shiva's Guard. They've got the concoction. It's going to be GH caught out in front. That's one down.
Matu gets caught in the charge.
Oh, that charge! Beautiful. He makes himself a nice little igloo there, Q. Trapping Matsuma Man in. And that's the Aegis gone. They'll surround him. They're not ready to let him go anywhere. As another concoction's out and ready and bound with the Reaper's Scythe. Matsuma Man dead for 75.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
With the barracks. Split push coming out from the mind control treants.
Yep. And he was pretty close to getting that melee Rex during all that last situation. So if he had gotten it, that would have been super worth it for Liquid. But IG claiming the advantage now, even though the range Rex will die eventually to those birds.
At this point, it really is the route that they've got to be most worried about, IG. Oh, SRF. Can't really do this on his own.
No. So it looks like it's going to be Octarine next, and then we'll probably just see those.
Oh, I hope he gets it for the
up.
Wraith King nice and early. I want to see some Aghanim's Wraith King action.
You got to give it to aggressive, right? It's
You
so
got to give it
good at
SRF, dude. Oh, the swap. GH, the stun as well. Onto Q. Q falling low to the Spirit Vessel. That's going to be Q buying some time with the Snowball. It's the punch, but he'll still fall. Q's dead. SRF looking for GH in response. XXS jumps in with the concoction and we'll get him.
And now he's got the concoction damage.
Oh, that's right. All of those were before the plus 400.
Yeah.
Oh, max damage. 800 nuke on an 8-second cooldown. Also stuns for 4 seconds, by the way. Wow.
Lovely.
My goodness. It's pretty crazy to see.
Look at that. SRF, as the offlane Wraith King, actually takes the strength talent.
He doesn't like the skeletons.
Not the skeleton
He
damage.
doesn't like the skeletons.
My thrift reward.
A little too spooky for him.
So BKB now on Miracle. We saw My Control's BKB revealed down bottom too. They've got 2 of those. And they still have, I believe, the cheese, right, on Matumba Man? Yeah. So they still kind of have that, but IG, they've got a 24,000 net worth Alchemist.
Oh, he's big.
Who's about to have Octarine finished.
I mean, was it last TI when this was like XXS's hero? Was that last year? He used to play a lot of
offlane.
Oh, he was it last year, wasn't he?
XXS was offlane, yeah.
Yeah, right. Maybe it was during this season. There's definitely been a LAN where XXS Alchemist was absolutely a thing, I swear. He's definitely one of the OG Alchemist pickers. He's going for AC next. And then hopefully after that AC, that's when the Ags come out.
Oh, he switched. He switched from Octarine.
Yeah.
More armor to deal with all that.
I mean,
Liquid is all minus armor.
When you have AC and Shivas, you are... I mean, against this lineup, as we've been saying as well, that's pretty much all physical.
Yep. Just stack it up.
You're feeling very beefy.
Yeah, 39 now on the Salk. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's not going for the Axe.
He's going
He's
for the
all about
Abyssal
himself.
too.
He's very selfish. Get in the Abyssal.
Wouldn't you be? He's playing really well, right?
I mean, he's playing fantastic. I mean, he doesn't need his team. We've seen him. He just goes in, stuns everybody with the concoctions. He doesn't need backup.
I mean, I think in particular they want the Bashers and the Abyssals just for the Clinks. It's like the best way to deal with the Clinks is having
He
that.
doesn't stun people enough. He wants to stun them even more.
Yeah. Because then he can do a concoction into Abyssal, into another concoction. There you go.
It just doesn't stop. Matumba Man himself also very close to having an AC for the team. He's the rest of the money for the Hyperstone.
Level 14 on the Visage this game. Even the support Pugna is above him. Level 15. Same thing with GH, level 15.
We'll check that out so we can see it.
Been getting punished a lot. They're focus firing him so much in the situations. Mind Control has queued up the Bloodthorn and pretty much has it done. Can buy it if he wants to.
At the Shrine bottom, as well as the tier 2.
Both teams just setting up Same similar pushes.
Has fallen. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
It's Miracle. That's BKB into the Hex. That's his Clink's build of choice.
I think most Clinks tend to build the Hex after getting like a good damage item or so. So I've seen a bunch of Maelstroms, we've seen a few Desos. Cool. I think we saw one Medallion. Like you said, this is what they have to watch out for. The Miracle already positioned. 1,000 damage on it, no problem.
He's down to the trees, straight away with the TP.
The glyph is still available. He did get 1,000 damage on it, but they held the glyph.
Boca still pushing, putting pressure on that top lane. So willing to leave TP out as soon as he senses anything coming in.
He's got the perfect items now on the Pugna. He's got the the Aether Lens, of course, from earlier, and then the Glimmer Cape to protect him.
I guess that's a nice thing as well at this stage of him pushing lanes like that. He's not a core, so if he does die, it's not really the end of the world. And he can do a lot of pushing on his own, because at the end of the day, he still has the Nether Blast. Doesn't matter what he's got.
Yep. Matu hits 15, so 40% experience. We were saying how he is underleveled. That'll help him at least catch back up. Even though there's already 30 minutes in the game, and IG are feeling pretty comfortable. Even though, you're with an Alchemist, you're not really keeping that big advantage you want. The 3 cores on the side of Liquid are a good amount over the Necro as well as the Wraith King.
True, it's...
Until the Aghanim starts coming out.
As you say, you look at XXS on the board and it's like, he's in a great place, but the fact, the overall team difference in net worth is even. It's not great for the Alchemist.
Yeah. I mean, Aggressive's been afraid because of those situations that happen, like top, where he goes out just a bit too far and will die to the Nature's Prophet TP just plus the Clinks. They've now given, of course, the gem to Aggressive to protect him. As they still do play around XXS, though.
Gonna pull you out of this one just for a moment to give you an update of what's happening everywhere, because there's so much good Dota going on right now. Over on A stream, you'll see Fnatic versus Mineski, and Fnatic have been pulling a Fnatic. We haven't got to see too much of them closing this one out. They've had the lead for forever. Elsewhere, EG, OG, it's staying nice and close. EG with a slight lead at the moment. We are keeping our eye on that one. Don't worry, we'll be bringing you the action at some point. And over on this LGD Windstrike game, they've been pushing higher ground for a while. A couple of racks fallen, and we're going to be keeping our eye on that as Windstrike have just lost 3 players on some considerable timers as well. Still jumping back in for now. We're going to be giving you more from that fantastic C stream, which is, of course, Team Liquid versus IG.
As the split push continues, Mind Control going for a Hex next as well, so they will be able to get 2 Hexes soon on both Miracle as well as Mind Control. But yeah, the farm is really being absorbed mostly by IG's Alchemist on their team. The other two, not really getting much. But Boca's also started to take a bit too. That's why you saw the Wraith King stop farming for quite a while.
Still not the Ags. He wants that BKB next as well.
Oh, he switched from the Basher, right?
Oh,
okay. He switched away from the Basher. Stuns himself again. Doesn't matter to dodge it. Come on.
Yeah, BKB, understandable with that. But he's seeing those hexes come into play.
Yeah.
He needs to have that BKB before the fight. I mean, he doesn't fight with Zeus. We will see if it does invest. Yeah, he does. So he does get the BKB.
He saw the blink. Okay.
Okay.
They already have they've got the Wraith King with it.
Yeah, they've got other ways to set up. That they do have the Tusk as well.
Yep.
The shard, the snowball to get in, but
he just wants to just run in and allow his other guys to do everything too. Like Wraith King's gonna go first, then Alchemist is just gonna charge in, and that'll give Aggressive the position to sit in the backlines with this Blink 4 stuff and get the Reaper. They can't stop him. Like Bob's BKB, he's just gonna run right through. Can never really think that you're the tankiest hero ever though, because they do have ways to go through with all this minus armor anyway, even if he is double down on Shiva's and AC.
Looking for a fight here. XXS and SRF. So SRF, the one looking for the initiation, jumps in. Finds the Raid Fire. GH is there with the swap. Will mean they hit it. The contact. That's going to mean that both of them get caught out by it. Reaper Scythe comes down onto GH. Get the kill.
Matuma turned around and walked back in and got hit by the concoction AoE.
XXS thinking about going in onto Kuroki. Will force out the buyback from GH.
They're looking to start a fight while My Control split pushes his bottom. Oh, and they didn't take the gem actually. All right, GH is happy about that one.
And Miracle finds SRF. Finds them once. Does get the Blade Mail off before the Hex comes into play, but Miracle continue to hit on. They've got the Bloodthorn, they've got the trap with the Sprout. They'll take SRF down, and that's the gem.
Oh, they
got the gem.
Aggressive must have just passed off that
He
gem.
gave it to it earlier. He gave it to him earlier. Because SRF had it earlier mid.
Okay.
So it looked like, because he was the one jumping in and starting the fights. So they wanted it so they could obviously find the Ray Fire Blast onto Miracle.
Liquid's just trying to split them up. Every time they make a reactionary play, they're trying to catch off the people that go back and look at this Roche. It is... What?
Could be the quickest Roche I've seen at the 30-minute mark in quite some time.
Be one of the fastest Roche I've ever seen die.
Oh, poor Roche. Well, at least the pain was... It's quick.
Yeah. Jesus. I'm checking how much minus armor really quick. It's a lot.
Full Hex done for Mind Control, so that secondary Hex in play. They've got a lot of lockdown.
It's like 29 minus armor plus penitence, so... Yeah. And they have Avenge Aura.
Here we go. There's those Aghanims.
He's got to start building it.
He's going to start building them now.
Alrighty. He's super farm, but we're still looking at the Wraith King as well as the Necron. They're 11k net worth. Their net worth has not moved.
They needed Aghanims. They need 2 Aghanims. He did have the Abyssal queued up. I'm sure that was his team shouting at him.
He keeps...
Come on! Give us an Ags.
Looks like some action's going down. I was going to tell you about PSG LGD's success, but I'm going to shut up and let the gameplay do the talking.
It's going to be back from round 2. Miracle on the Starling and then Hex out onto Q. Trying to keep himself like Q, actually being decrepified. Buys him some time. He's still alive now. Finally pops the Bloodthorn Soul Burn. Look towards XXS, he's able to Manta. Gets swapped back by GH. The Reaper side coming out onto Kuro. Won't be enough to kill him. The Sprout controlling SRF. SRF still has the reincarnate. Ready for round 2. XXS looks to go back in with the Acid Spray down, getting stunned up by the Familiars. He's trying to get Concoction out. Can he get it out in time? He can. With the Concoction out, he gets the double kill. Miracle on the side trying to bring down SRF, but the Blade Mail's out and Miracle's got to back up. Boca. Looking for Miracle. Miracle has been dusted, but he's got the movement speed to get out. Back towards the middle lane. Mind Control is going to be able to sprout himself and TP back to safety. Q did have to buy back for that one, but it is going to mean another one fight for IG.
It was looking great for Liquid, too. They used a resummon on the birds, and then they all just took... I don't know. I guess the Alchemist just did 1,000,000 damage when he threw the concoction on them and just ran on them.
Yeah,
because it looked like Liquid was going to win the fight until I just saw one concoction fly out and catch Kuro and Matu, because the Reaper side didn't do anything.
Okay, I think it's safe for me to talk for just for a moment if these guys could just stop fighting. So I can tell you about Stream D. Yes, PSG LGD were playing Windstrike. We updated you just a few moments ago where they finally managed to make that high ground push work. And after a valiant defense from Windstrike, they picked up the first in that best of 2 series.
You think he's aggressive first? Should be aggressive. Give it to the Wraith King Axe is so good.
Oh, Q.
Oh. Get the D-Ward. Oh, coming towards a Miracle. Oh, Q could be in trouble. There he is. X and a couple of hits from Miracle. He's gone.
XXS just boarded down here.
Is under attack.
Does have the Arcane Rune, though, so 20 seconds that Boots Trouble will back up, and they can just back off anyway. Get themselves a tower denied, too.
Success. Yeah, he's not quite got money for Aghanims and buyback, so maybe wanting to play it safe. Of course, not too far away from having money for both.
GH has been kind of quiet in the fights, but he's still getting a lot, almost level 20. So that's when they get the Vengeance aura damage, and he's almost got his own BKB too. So he's gonna be able to stand his ground and at least amplify his team's damage potential in the fights always.
SRF
went back for
back for the Vanguard.
Back for the Vanguard. I guess he wants the Abyssal eventually. All right, let's see who gets it. What do you think, Owen? I still say Necro.
I say Wraith King.
Okay, let's see.
Go on, give it to SRF. He's your boy. He's your boy. There we have it.
Yeah, you called the Zeus earlier,
I'm telling you. And then the Zeus was awful. Now I've called the Aghanims Wraith King, and the Aghanims Wraith King could be useless. No, but it's
Aghanims
great.
Wraith King is really, really good.
I'm telling you. It's sleeper OP.
I believe
Let's
in
have a
it.
look.
I believe in it. It's 7 seconds delayed. You turn into a wraith.
7 seconds.
Right, it's 7, right?
Yeah, 7
Yeah,
seconds.
7.
7 seconds.
I'll give you it. I do love Wraith King Aghanims. Like I've been raving about it for like 4 supports and offlaners. Let's see what it does. Yeah, I guess even like even if aggressive like dies, he can still like Reaper side. Like, in theory, it is pretty damn good.
It's the BKB from Miracle. He's on the retreat, gets swapped up by GH. GH will fall. They're still seeing if they can chase him, but Miracle should be fine with the movement speed. Gets himself away.
Liquid still has the 1k gold advantage.
It's been a very close game in
really
terms
has
of
been.
team net worth
Dire's middle tower
throughout.
is under attack.
Matumba Man has it level 20, so faster familiars. Also the Aghanims finished, so triple familiars. Any level 25s coming out just yet? Not just yet, but looking at hero levels, it's Alchemist level 24, and then it's 4 of the Liquid heroes with 22, 21, 20, 19. The 19 is the same with the other heroes on the side of IG, but
Top lane, they found Miracle. He's not got BKB for 20 seconds. He comes out, he's caught out, and that's going to be a Reaper's side kill. He's got 430 seconds. He does not have buyback.
he's 200 short. We have bounty runes coming up in 20 seconds. They could look to claim bounties to give him buyback
Well, they
money.
get 2 bounties, he's got enough money.
2 bounties should be enough.
Top tower has fallen.
Oh boy.
Doesn't look like they're going to breach high ground just yet. They were kind of indecisive. Now they've turned around. XXS has boots of travel available too.
Will they know that he hasn't got buyback? I mean, as you say, it's so much on the verge. There's the 40 minutes. As you say, they need 2 bounty runes. If you're Miracle right now, you're screaming at your team to pick up those bounties, but no one's going for them. They're
focused
losing the base.
I think they're accepting that Rax might just die, and they're going to look to just push out the side lanes.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Yeah, they haven't gone for the bounties at all. Now they kind of are.
There we go.
Okay, my control's
There's
starting to get
one.
them now.
He still needs that other one. But as you say, I guess they're just sacking this top lane.
Yep.
I mean, GH does.
Oh, they want XXS. He gets the BKB off, though. He sees my control on the low ground.
XSS playing around on his own down bottom. Fortification comes out. IG. Surely they want to stand their ground and finish this one off. SRS back in. Gets decrepified. Turns with a stun. He's going to be popped once, but they get the melee racks. They get what they came for. They blink out. They're not going to push their luck any further. They'll play it safe. IG get the melee racks.
That could have been a chance where they get XXS bottom. Thing is, when my control ported on low ground, so he saw him for a second, gets the BKB off. Because if he gets Hexed, Bloodthorn, they might have the damage with Matumba Man.
Got it.
Hard to determine when it's a 40 armor alchemist, you know.
And once again, a very rich one. 9k gold. He's got money for...
Oh, 9k.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
got money for Ags and buyback. So if he wants to give an Ags to somebody else, I'd agree. Aggressive, I think, is definitely next on the list.
It's gotta be Necro, right? He's gonna give it to Tusk. I agree. He's gonna give it to Tusk to boot people away. 5k gold advantage though now for IG. Having Miracle dead
So yeah,
gave him quite an opportunity. Oh,
yeah, Ags
I
on
see
the way.
Aghanims. Yep.
It's
Aghanims
got,
coming out.
it's got to be aggressive.
It's got to be aggressive. Yeah,
It's got to be aggressive. I don't know. Really, just it depends who your best mate is.
It's pretty
That's
true.
what it's about.
He's like aggressive. You're only level 19. You're the same level as Baboka.
And there we go. And wait, there we go. And there we go.
Okay. Well, at least we knew which ones it was going to. I think that was pretty obvious though.
Yeah.
Bottom shrine has fallen.
And obviously, this game is 42 minutes.
It's a lot about the Roshans anyway still.
Yeah.
Like IG, they've been able to take a lot of these fights even versus it. But you see Liquid, they're just poised around this, waiting for it to spawn.
I mean, they take it so quick. IG literally have to be there before
And
Roshan spawns to have a chance of contesting it.
It's an instant
It's just
spawn.
gone every time. IG. They find Miracle. No, he gets the BKB off in time. Has been slowed by the punch. He gets the Hex down. The Reaper's side is going to hold him down in place, and he gets swapped up for high ground away from the fight. In fact, GH trying to save him. It's going to mean that GH is in trouble. GH will fall. Matuma Man now being focused as well by SRF. He's trapped in the shards. Matuma Man cannot escape as a second dies on Liquid. Jump forward from Baboka. He's got eyes on mind control and Kuroki. Kuroki stunned up by the concoction. Another kill here for IG. Is XXS now godlike?
They can't breach through the tankiness of this front
Miracle.
line.
He's going straight in. Straight in for the push, straight in for the rat. Same thing for mind
Both
control.
of them. And look at the birds. The birds are going toward top Rex as well. All 3 Rexes trying to besiege.
Mind control. Oh, he's found Q. He's got the Hex and the Bloodthorn. Q is going to be saved by the Decrepify. Now with the Life Drain as well, Q's fine. He turns. Snowball, saved from Baboka, allows IG to get the kill on mind control, but the top Rex go down.
They actually went to all 3 lanes there. Familiar's top, Klink's mid, Nature's Prophet bottom.
I mean, it could win them the game. If they can keep rounding like this, sure. They lose a painful team fight. They may lose GH as well here. As IG, I don't think anyone on IG died there, did they?
No.
IG.
There's a clutch save by Baboka.
A single casualty.
Do you have the DOTA plus? What's the prediction?
I do, but I
don't
don't know.
hotkey.
I'm
Okay.
worried to press the hotkey because I think I'll pause the game.
Miracle has the BKB.
He's out.
Goes for the TP after Hex and Q, so there will not be a punch. Nice. Nicely done.
It was close. That was a close one.
SRF is pretty far out right now.
Oh. Okay.
Gets swapped in deeper as well.
He needs help, and he needs it now. Aggressive's there. I don't think. Oh, the Decrepify again, Baboka. Look at the play man up with the Hex, the heal, Baboka. Trying to save, and the Glimmer Cape as well, Baboka. SRF gets the blink out, he's fine. Baboka.
Oh my, the sentry went down late. Kuro had he had Obza queued up, you know, like when you're supporting, you have to switch to the sentry. He didn't have it in time. Baboka again.
It's clutch little saves. I mean, that was the Wraith King. Swap back beneath a tier 3 tower, and he gets out, thanks to Baboka.
Yeah.
At all. They're in position to take Roche.
They've got a DD on the out too, so they actually kill it at a faster pace. Liquid make it in time. It's 5,000 life, GH. GH scouts it.
They know what's up.
But it looks dead.
They can't do it. IG's going. Oh, GH!
Is he going forward for it?
He's trying for it. GH, can he do it? The Raider get the kill, but SRF gets the Aegis. GH dies, and so does immediately Mind Control.
And I think Mind Control got the refresher shard, but used it instantly.
Oh.
Now Kuroki's being chased. Matumba gets sent home.
Kuroki should fall. Mind Control buying back. We're watching for the Rat Boys. Don't you worry. You got Miracle pushing mid. SRF still hot in the chase for Kuro. Here's Mind Control. He's ready to rat-a-tat-tat it down bottom, and Miracle's in on mid. He's going to get Decrepify, pops the BKB, not messing around. Wants to get that tier 3 tag. He's back it up. TP's coming in. Reaper Scythe holds him down. The BKB's out. He's got the invis, but the dust is there. Punched up, thrown up into the air. Miracle surrounded. He'll get the Hex out, but it's not enough to save him. He's gone. IG keeping control of their base and keep the defense good despite the best rat attempts from Liquid. Tier 3 tower on the bottom falling low, and tier 3 mid is also low as well. Mind Control did have to buy back for that rat attempt.
Woo. All right, Fight rate cap is not showing everything. I see the refresher shard usage, of course, because I think Mind Control misclicked. He was just trying to panic click things.
I think slammed his hand against the cable.
Yeah, you said SRF has Aegis, and I guess I didn't see. It didn't say on the fight recap if cheese was used either.
SRF's got a cheese in his backpack at the moment.
Okay.
So I imagine that. Probably, I think that must have been the one from that one.
Because usually, like, fight recap shows whenever they use it. So.
Yeah. Well,
Mind Control
come through.
Continuing to do this. Gets the tower claimed. The back door is kicked in, though. And IG knocking on the front door now. Another 9,000 gold on XSS.
They don't want to buy back on Miracle. But they're going to have to. They don't want to afford losing a second Rax. They've been forced into this by IG. XS stunned up by the Familiars. Can they get Miracle into the fight to do the damage that he wants to? Fortification pop by Liquid and IG. They'll respect it. They'll back off. Side lanes, of course, being pushed in. The Treants down bottom from Mind Control.
I think it's pretty rare to see. We only have one level 25 still in this game. They're always about to hit them soon, though.
That third Aghanim Scepter at the moment coming out from XXS. We'll go the way of the Pugna, you'd imagine.
Got a couple of updates for you. We are staying with this one because this is absolutely crazy, but we did have an update from the EG OG series where EG did manage to close out the first, and it'll be OG looking for revenge. We'll keep you in the loop here on the multicast. And Fnatic are in the 65th minute versus Mineski. That's the longest game of TI8 so far. OG Liquid yesterday was 57, so this is record-breaking stuff on Stream A. But we're going to stick around with this Liquid game because, oh, it looks like some action's going down towards that high ground.
Just gets caught trying to get some information for his team.
Mind Control's got a route harder than he ever has before.
He's trying.
He's trying.
The TPs are pretty back.
Doesn't really have the right click build for sort of routing, so it's not as quick as it could be. But he's drawing their attention away from mid. See mid as well. SRF being gone on, gets swapped back. They have managed to sort of take them apart. Microchod gets able to get the BKB and the TP out. Back towards mid, SRF. He's going to go down a second time. But he's got the Aegis. He's ready to fight once more. Killing the Liquid's army surrounding them. Hex comes down, SRF. He's gone.
The Axe.
Wraith. The Axe Wraith. He's got 7 seconds of glory to fight from the grave. Aggressive. Reaper's side. Won't get the kill on Matuma Man, but the right clicks will. Matuma Man does have buyback. XXS charging down Kuro. Another concoction. The Sprout from Mind Control keeping Kuro safe. Matuma Man buys back. Aggressive. Shroud 25 seconds until he has the Reaper side back up again. But the mid racks will get cleaned up. IG. The second melee racks and the range racks mid. Those head straight towards bottom. Still 30 seconds without Miracle. Could have been more painful. Aggressive didn't get the kill with the Reaper side, so Liquid are going to be fortunate in that sense. It's not the extended death timer for Miracle. He is back in less than 20. Mid lane. The Treants. The little weird...
They can't do it.
Anemone
It's
things.
backdoor for now still. The top is pushing in though, and now Mind Control will be able to go for the backdoor, but their bottom racks.
Success. He's going to get stunned. He's going to get swapped back. XXS. He's going to get forced down. He's got the grab fight again for both with the save. Reaper's sight. Down onto Kuroki. Kuroki's still alive for now. He's trying to get back. He's got buyback available and he'll get straight back in. GH with the BKB. Mind Control sprouts down as XXS controlling it, but XXS has the BKB. Trying to get the concoction out of Zombie. Can't. Miracle with his own BKB. The damage isn't enough. The punch slowing down. Miracle turns with a Hex. There's going to be buybacks from both Provoker and Aggressive. Looking to get back in the concoction. Onto Miracle down for 90 seconds. IG back onto the racks. The live train forcing back Kuroki. Then put the control. XXS. The Mantra's down with the familiar stuns. Holding him down again. Baboka. The Glimmer King. They don't see him. They're going to detect him down. The Sentry Ward is enough for the Solar Subs to come in, but the buyback's there. He's ready to TP straight back into the fight. XXS Q trying to go in onto Kuroki. GH. Wait for Terra. Sprout from Mind Control. Holds Q down. He's out. He's got 7 seconds with that rave time. He's not using it. He doesn't know the axe, but it doesn't matter because there's 3 dead on Liquid. None with buyback available, only Mind Control left in the game. He's trying for the all-in tier 4 push.
He's trying his
He
best.
brought a refresher up so he could get up here in time.
Kuro buys boots of travel.
He's all going in. The tier 4s, can they really push faster than IG's lineup? Maybe they can. They've taken 1 tier 4. TPs are going to have to come back. Liquid are forcing IG back to defend. Mind Control BKB, the pop. They pop Baboka. Mind Control versus Aggressive. He's trying to find that tier 4 tower. Has to be careful. Meanwhile, back at base, the Brax, the Ancient is in trouble. They're all dead on Liquid. IG are onto the Ancient.
Oh my.
And GG is called. IG will take game 1 against Team Liquid. And in fantastic style as well. The XXS Alchemist ruling the game.
He played so well.
Oh my god, what a game. IG, they take that one eventually. That was absolutely amazing. And the Dota doesn't stop. We're going to throw you over now to Stream A, where Fnatic and Mineski are entering into the 70th minute. Madness on Stream A.
Net worth lead for Fnatic, but now it's 31,000 into the favor of Mineski.
Oh man, if there was ever a time where they needed a Treant Aghanim Scepter, it's going to be now. Because they are faced with the Megas, and it's a long ways away. They do not have a Tinker on their team. They don't have the best AoE in general. I mean, you got a Maelstrom Wind Ranger. I guess the core Wyvern kind of helps, but Splinter Blast can only do so much.
I mean, if there's one thing, at least you're going to have more targets to stun with your Splinter Blast because there's going to be creeps in your base. Game is hard.
Positive thinking.
That's right. Oh man, and just look at that graph, the drop off. I mean,
the graph, the buybacks. I mean, Tinker, Wraith King, only ones in the game that have it. Everybody 25 except Ninja Boogie. He's slowly getting there.
What a game. And buyback status for the Dire. They do only have it on Tinker and Wraith King. So I would imagine that we're going to see Mineski wait it out for the other 3 heroes since it's only a minute and a half away. And I mean, on the one hand, you do still have Fnatic that are keeping control of these creep waves fairly well.
For now.
For now.
Once these Dire heroes all start spawning, oh, the Aghanim Scepter purchased by Ninja Boogie. You know, I had questions about this, and I was like, this won't become relevant because when am I going to see a Wraith King and an Avenge in a super late game? But I want to see all these interactions between her illusions and then Wraith King illusions and then her Aghanim Scepter. I don't know in what order this thing goes.
Yeah.
But I look forward to it. So Ninja Boogie, why don't you show us?
It is the AoE Living Armor that the tree took also.
Oh,
Everybody level 25 at this point. Venge, Magic Missile, Piercing, Spell Immunity. All good things on these heroes as they are maxed out 71 minutes into this. It's the longest game so far, I believe, at the TI group stages. Unless there's been something happening in one of the other rooms
Who
next to
knows
us.
what's going on over there?
As they get ready to walk down a lane. Still another couple of minutes until the buybacks are back. Only a couple of seconds, really.
Yeah. Everyone just kind of crowded in here, and I don't know how Fnatic fight their way out of this base. It is going to be so difficult. All they can really hope for is Mineski making mistakes and trying to close out the game, going for buybacks that turn into diebacks, and suddenly there's a 5-man rush down mid. Those are your victories versus mega creeps for the most part. Unless you have this Medusa or this Tinker, someone that can handle these waves, an Ember Spirit, they're not well equipped for this in the slightest.
And I mean, what a storyline too, that Moon able to do this, pull the game back by having to go Manta Radiance on a Tinker. Like, it's just unbelievable though that his entire team able to keep him alive throughout all those engagements.
And I mean, really, the surprise play, the trick play of bringing the Fountain into the game off the bench, tagging it in at the most important moment to deal with this Huskar, that was the true gem of the Mineski strats, I would say.
I would say so too.
No one saw that coming.
You know, one other thing that we should mention about that Aghanim Scepter with Ninja Boogies, it's also the cooldown on swap, down to just 10 seconds.
Yep. Swap, swap, swap.
Unbelievable initiation, and then on top of that, the illusion that gets created afterwards as...
Oh, he can reach it, Envy. Oh, okay, Envy just blinks in. Says, all right, go ahead.
A lot of damage out there. They find the stun onto the Huskar, take down Envy right at the get-go. No buyback for this guy at all. Huskar also going to be isolated, going to be swapped back in, going to get the BKB off before the Nullifier is able to connect onto him. He needs to take down any of these heroes at all. Moon finally starting to fall down low, but it does look like finally Huskar will fall. He buys back. They need him alive if they want any hope at all of staying in this one, as that is going to be the first death of the Wraith King. Wraith Fire Blast gets thrown out by absolutely everybody. They're still holding on for the moment. These buildings getting tree armored up, but Fnatic don't really have a great answer. There's the jump forward. They take down Jabs. Nice play by Fnatic, holding on for the moment as well as they try and kill off Pylai Die. A power shot through, DJ doing what he can. They're losing a couple of these heroes, but Wraith King is there as well.
Pylai Die is just throwing these heals onto the tower as he goes down. Glyph now used. Tinker Manta's punching buildings. This game has reached full chaos mode.
They're just hoping to hold on a little bit longer, but the first of the tier 4s is going to fall.
Circling the tower.
The power shot, they managed to kill off the Vengeful Spirit. TJ somehow up there at the top, but they do have the illusion. Shackle not quite going to land as Tinker was a little bit late in blinking forward for that one, and Abed somehow still holding on. They're in this game, if only by a sliver, but it might only be a couple more seconds.
Envy's going to try the distraction tactics again here.
They have the Tinker. They killed off. No, okay,
Pugna's
that was the
dead.
That was a Pugna.
That was a buyback. These are those diebacks you need.
The Ancient is still alive. Abed, he's chasing down this Wraith King, and they're able to get the mute, but Abed finds the kill. All of Fnatic is back alive again. This is starting to get really scary for them as they find the Reaper's Scythe and the kill.
How long was he dead for?
They
still
hold.
gets the kill.
Fnatic hold.
It was costly. They lost both tier 4s. I mean, it cost a Pugna buyback, sure. But I don't know if they can get back outside their base to do anything because they need to go really deep to catch Moon. You know, he's barely going to go past the river, honestly, at this point.
Yeah. But if there was a way, this would be how it starts. DJ has to be on the hunt. This is what he does now at this point forward.
As you can see here, that Nether Ward did about 799 magical damage.
Game is still going on. Thought it's been over like 4 separate times.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh my God, look at DJ. He is going into the fountain right now, prepping for the Tinker. Are you kidding me? Do they have a scan? They do have a scan available. He's waiting for him to come back in here. Oh my God, if DJ could pull this off.
I'm not sure what his end goal is.
I guess hexing him or something? No, he doesn't have a hex. The hex into kill?
I don't think so. A bold play, Cotton, but I'm not so sure. Just getting some aggressive wards down.
In their fountain?
I mean, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, I guess so. He just ran the whole length of the map. You got to take that.
Oh, now we're talking. Okay, now I see.
That's a really good kill. if they can take down this Vengeful Spirit, the Hex is there, and that will be a dead hero. Mushi shows up.
Oh, there's a lot of TPs coming through. Dust will not connect. No blink first.
DJ single-handedly holding on to this game.
That was at the best.
Abed feeling a little bit of excitement as well about the plays that are being made here by his buddy Mr. DJ. God, and they're holding on inside of their base. They need to get, they have Eyes in the Forest down as well now through Tree and Protector.
Oh, he actually got it?
He got his Ags.
Wow. Pie-Light Eye.
So
what
if
a legend.
Can find this Tinker. I actually can't believe I'm saying this, but I feel like there's a way that Fnatic could win this. If they can find and kill this Tinker.
All right, but right now, Pugna's the only one missing buyback.
Right.
That's the major problem. They're going to kill this Roche, they're going to go into the base, and they're probably going to lose. DJ, looks like he'll be okay.
They still have this Venge illusion that can just walk around the entire time.
They need some serious, like, Sam Fisher tactics going on right now. Like, complete Splinter Cell, super sneaky, DJ and Universe finding solo kills like they did on the Vengeful Spirit. That's their best hope.
Yeah. Well, and I guess then for Mineski, the only thing they really need to do is make sure they're staying together.
Yeah, this Venge is hilarious.
It's really cool, because you mainly just need it for, like, the swap defensive stuff, or I guess aggressive, and it's going to be alive until Venge is back up. Bottom lane, Moon is there. They have the Eyes in the Forest for him. They're able to catch him. He's rooted. He's in trouble. They brought absolutely everybody, and that's dead for 145 seconds. He does have buyback.
Now, that's the question. Do you pop it instantly, or do you wait?
A lot of questions. I don't have the answer.
Because if you pop it instantly, you feel better fighting Roche. But if you save it, then you can just wait to time it up with your Pugna, and then you're both going to have buyback. But that also means you're going to allow the buybacks to come back for the side of Fnatic.
Swap in. They found DJ. He's hexed through the spell immunity, and that is the strength of that talent.
Oh, it's a big kill. Now Abed. Oh, DJ, you might want to buy back here. This looks like a real fight.
They're looking for it now. They have the opening already onto Pugna. A lot of damage coming in. Abed able to catch him. He's stunned. He's caught for the moment.
Moon
the Tinker
commits.
does buy back. If this fight goes poorly for Mineski, they potentially could lose it, but they lost Abed. 2 minutes. He's away, but they do take down the bench. Yet again, swap back in onto Envy. Mushi's still alive for the moment as well, but he has very little mana here, and they have been able to find that follow-up Hex, but they find themselves yet another kill. Wyvern dead for 2 minutes, buys back immediately as well.
The synergy there. You become the Wraith first, and then the Wraith ends, and then you become your Vengeful Spirit. You can't kill it instantaneously, and then it just kind of ends up living.
Yeah. That's pretty nuts. But he is dead now, and those two heroes for a fairly long time.
Is he dead, though?
All right, that's fair
He's
enough.
running around the map, and he's wave of tearing this Roche. So I'm going to have to
really
disagree
dead.
here.
He also has a Moon Shard.
Now, what I did miss is if this dies, I don't think it works. But if this died and became a Wraith, that would be really cool. But I'm pretty sure in the last fight it did not.
Okay.
Because, you know, it is an illusion, sadly. A cool illusion, but an illusion nonetheless.
A very cool illusion. All right, DJ is going back into the base again.
So where's the Universe? He's back in the base. He is cursed in 4 seconds.
They're anticipating the Tinker is going to be back here.
Oh, he's in there.
Oh,
They're going for it.
They spotted
Oh.
it. They spotted the Wind Ranger.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, you need to get out of here. There's the TP.
Wow, it almost worked, too, with the scan and everything. Oh,
Yeah.
no, they didn't scan it. Okay.
Mushi looking for another opening down here. He picks up the regen rune. These Eyes in the Forest are really problematic for Tinker, though. If you stand on top of them again, and, you know, that fight, they're able to secure themselves the Aegis, but Tinker now does not have buyback.
It's true. But he has the Aegis.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they're having a hard enough time just killing him the first time anyway.
Do they have bots level 2 on most of the other heroes?
I believe. 1 for most of them.
Yeah. Well, again, it's Highlight Die trying to get whatever vision he can across the map.
I can't believe there's a 23k lead for the Dire. That is so wild. Orchid picked up here, so eventual Bloodthorn it looks like for Ice.
Trying to get in towards it. Abed has been every type of disabled this game.
They're lurking in here. The swap back.
Oh, and they're able to find one. That's a dead Abed. He
Instant.
buys back immediately. Good play there. DJ also trying to focus down one. That's the Pugna, but isn't going to get caught. And now they also have the jump in.
Look at this Nether Ward.
He's fine here for the moment.
Tased down. The Nether Ward just killed DJ.
Oh, no. Out of position, and he's dead now. And Envy also going to get brought down. They have the Winter's Curse, but this isn't going to be nearly enough. It's still going to come back as illusion afterwards. They're not even going to get the kill. The Decrep is not going to be there. Moon, with absolutely every item in the game, is going to carry him one last time as they focus down the throne here. Ninja Boogie just going to punch away at Abed. They have another magic missile to stun him up through it, and this should be the end of the game. Mineski clawed back from the clutches of defeat and able to clinch it.
I mean, I think that says it well enough. I mean, disaster.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen,
that was a
Mineski
long one. Mineski finally, after what seemed to be forever, trying to break that high ground with Fnatic, and a valiant attempt from the Fnatic roster. But we're heading over to Stream D now, where we've just seen a last pick Husker coming out from PSG LGD, and we get to see some Lich as well from Windstrike. So let's jump into that, and we'll be with your casters.
And then they will... Man, this is awkward.
Against the Clink, so it's like Chen and Zeus off, and then Wraith King on a safe lane.
Who do you leave alone? That's the problem. That's actually a really big problem here. There's nobody you can leave alone, and you feel like you can't put one hero mid, right?
It has to be the Wraith King, but he'll struggle for CS. He'll struggle for life.
All of Windstrike's cores struggle against Huskar mid. They actually can't.
as far as Storm Spirit can. It's not too far off there. But Storm does have high armor at least, so at least the damage that Topson does and the lifesteal he gets back is not as high.
Yeah, if he's trading hits, like particularly level 1, level 2, Monkey King has no armor, doesn't trade very well. That Jingu level 1 doesn't really give you that much lifesteal even, so we'll see.
Kind of depends on his early items. A lot of times for Monkey King, it's like, well, I need Stout Shield because I have 0 armor, but I also really want Orb of Venom so that I can...
The fast boost / phase boost as well.
Exactly. And you also can't afford both Stout and Orb and have a lot of regen, so sometimes you just get out regen. It's kind of a hard gamble.
Yeah.
Tip trading here. Don't know why. I really like the... why can they do this so fast? If there's a limit, I don't know. What do we got here? Oh, arrow coming through.
Arrow. Oh, barely clips. S4 almost ran out of that one here. Now they've got the right click. Give it to Topson. He's got the last hit on it. Topson with the first blood mid. Same story as last game. Well, that's going to make him a happy camper.
This is way superior to last game, because last game it was a Tiny that had to really hurt himself, but this time Venge hasn't even skilled a point, so he's fine. Topson gets the first blood again, and just like we were talking about, those early items are, it's going to be a Sentry Ward. It's pretty boring actually, but who knows, maybe it'll matter. He's queuing up a Orb of Venom at least, about 75 gold away from getting that. Just wants to have less high ground vision for his ally, or his opponent, I guess. Oh, they actually found the D ward, okay.
Yeah, that's why I got the Sentry, I guess.
Okay, Sentry to get the D ward.
That was a prediction. Play with most D wards by 15 minutes. I'm putting Topson.
Hey, you're going to make me jealous. I'm not allowed to do that as the observer because they want production value at TI for some reason.
Who needs production?
I'm jealous, man. I want my battle. I mean, my battle pass is already like level 1200, but for some reason
I'm a pleb. So
I want to complete my achievements. That's true. You need this. It's important. So fast Orb of Venom is coming, which means now he's going to have this huge movement speed advantage against the Storm Spirit. It's 285 versus a 300 movement speed hero, so kind of scary for Sumail.
Jarex pulling them behind in the tier 1 top tower, forces our TZ actually to TP. He scared them a lot there. Seb wasn't even there, but they didn't know about that because he just walked up, threw a wave, and forced a TP.
So he does end up killing the range creep, interestingly, with the arrow. I assume he wants to do this because it lets them pressure their opponent a bit more, less creeps to fight.
Well, the idea is you push the wave and then you use this side pull, but immediately you see Fly. Once he sees that happening, he blocks the big camp. Gotcha. So if this big camp isn't blocked, you side pull and you deny a lot of farm and get a lot of extra like experience advantage.
Makes sense.
Back at mid, Topson and Sumail trading hits quite a bit here. Sumail.
That's a kill right there.
Oh, very fire. It's almost a kill. He salved as well.
That was really close, actually. He almost salved up enough. He would have lived without dying, but Topson barely getting enough damage in.
So I like this a lot, Kevin. OG have learned they kill Sumail. They don't tip Sumail. They tip Topson. They tip the teammates. You don't want to taunt Sumail.
Good idea.
Bad strategy, doesn't work. Stick to tipping teammates.
Positive reinforcement. Sumail also comes back with full HP. Topson's at a mere 40%. He does have a salve coming, as well as his null or his Wraith Band, that is. So.
And now he's going to have the second point in Jingu, so that's a lot more value. Doubles the lifesteal, and also with Boundless Strike, he can get that big lifesteal off of a whole wave.
Big mistake from Sumail, actually. I didn't see that one coming at all, but he used the Boundless Strike earlier to get a last hit. And they just walked up and slapped him a couple times.
Yeah, this is definitely the lane to watch where Sumail is already struggling quite a bit here. And you can definitely see some unfamiliarity with this matchup. Topson, considers the Boundless Strike. He's going to go for it. Lifesteals off the entire wave.
Jeez. Gets full health. Sumail's down to nothing again. He still has a salve, but man, that's very costly in this lane.
Topson with a lot of last hits to go with this lane dominance. Has a haste rune as well. Oh, that's a value rune.
Speaking of which, Ana is owning this game. 13-2 in last hits, but he's up against a Enchantress and a Mixed Assassin. So once he picks up Quelling, he can actually get last hits reliably here.
The lane will get harder. He's out of regen, and Enchantress with a few levels gets a bit trickier to deal with. Crit do return Carapace into an Impale. What a sick play from him. They kill Ana down bottom. They want No-Tell as well, and Crit's got plenty of regen here playing around with. He's playing around with it. Should be fine. Back at mid, Topson, though, has got that second Boundless Strike point and killed off Sumail for the second time this game.
Now Topson's going to be in his comfort zone. We saw a game at the Red Bull Land in Toronto where he had an insane stompy game. It looked like he got so far ahead that the game was just over by 15 minutes. And maybe we'll see something like that this game.
Top lane, they're trying to line up an arrow there, but the creep wave was kind of blocking Seb. So even if Jarek stunned either CM or the Spectre, would not have actually set anything up.
The Magic 6 really paying off in this lane too. Just more mana to cast these spells.
Yep. The Dire side, they have the CM aura, but it's only doing so much. That's actually a really annoying thing for Centaur, that the Nyx can proc Carapace on return.
Yeah, actually. Any right click he does, just instant Carapace stun.
Very clever play from him down bottom. Top lane Arteezy. CSing not great. 8 CS, 15 CS on the Mirana. Only the Storm who's actually managed to get some okay farm, but he's died twice, so that farm's kind of being given away, and Topson is level 5 already with Sumail just barely hitting level 4.
Yeah, the fact that he got 3 kills, well, 2 kills out of the solo lane. He got the first split, obviously. The fact that he got 2 kills out of this lane before Sumail goes to jungle is really, really costly here. Maybe a little bit of the greed by Sumail thinking he could outplay the lane.
Something we didn't also talk about is that D-Ward gives experience, 100 experience, I believe.
Oh, that's a great point.
That's half your way to level 1, level 2. And
his allies left, so he got full XP.
Yeah, got full XP for the D-Ward, which gave him a decent gold advantage and XP advantage, all from that level 1 First Blood and D-Ward.
Alright, so if I'm Sumail, I'm just complaining that his team had to like 5-man smoke to get him so far ahead that he could win lane. That's the only reason I lost it.
That's definitely the only reason, but those small things make a big difference in these mid 1v1 matchups, and this is definitely not like a entire reflection of what a pure 1v1 would look like between these two players and heroes.
Yeah, one of the things I really like about Topson is how much he tries to affect the map. Like right now, he just used his courier to run faster, went and looked for Storm Spirit in the jungle. Storm wasn't there. He ends up walking back to base and TPing to the other shrine. So it's like, rather than just sitting in AFK in his lane, he does try to get stuff for himself sometimes. Or for help
coming up. Oh, they stepped the arrow, nicely dodged. Derek's going to go down, and that means Arteezy will get that bounty rune, as OG do at 3, though. You can see just how dominant of a laning stage they've had when they can get 3 bounty runes.
A little scary here. They maybe can get a quick kill, but low on mana.
Oh, No-Tail gets the kill and may also get out of this one. He disarms the Enchantress with the level up. He's going for the deny. He's not quite successful. Not enough duration on that Fate's Edict. As Anna's gonna, ferry S4 back to the lane.
He's like, hit me, please. I can't hit you, because...
Let me accompany you.
Slows him down, I guess. I don't know, for fun.
I think that really was just a bit of fun and taunting. Back at mid, it's an empty lane. Topson, level 7, Storm. Level 5, he's in the jungle. He's not happy right now.
Well, you got an Arcane, that feels a lot better, I must say.
Yeah, the jungling efficiency. Would love to hit level 6 and maybe make some moves just so he can find some kills somewhere on the map.
They're smoking around. Does he have Boundless Strike? No, he doesn't have Primal Spring yet.
So. Sees him, wants to get a deep ward, gets one behind the 2-1, maybe ward the rest of the jungle as well. Sumail's going to run right into this Venge stun. There's going to be a Fortune's End to follow it up, most likely. Can they actually get this kill? They don't have the Monkey King, but I don't know if they need him. They purge off the Purifying Flames, and they get the kill with the second one.
There it is. Topson's in his zone, man.
Oh, he sees Fly. He does kind of reveal the fact there's a ward there here. I'm not sure if they'll... I mean, we'll be able to get this kill most likely with the Jingu and pay for it with a D ward, but...
All right, he's online, guys. It's happening. This is Topson Monkey King, man. If he gets into this play zone, he knows exactly what his limits are. He keeps track of his opponents. I mean, in 3 rotations from the supports as well on OG's side to pick off a Storm like that.
He actually went double Wraith. This is something you see on heroes that often go for Hurricane Pike, but Monkey King is not going Hurricane Pike. He just wanted the extra stats.
This reminds me actually so much of the game they snowballed in Toronto.
Bottom lane, Anna. He was getting dove under his tower for a second there, missed the stun as he pokes his nose out now. For all the good early game CS he had, he is struggling now and losing his tower. Arrow will hit a siege creep, at least one of the 2 siege creeps.
Okay, that's absolutely fine here.
This is classic Ench things. Get double siege creep, push towers.
Ooh, great glyph here. It's going to get a couple. That'll put the tower in deny range. I don't know if they're going to be able to...
I don't know if that is such a great glyph. If it gets, since it's going to get denied, it should get denied.
Or will it?
They wouldn't bait. They're bringing everyone in down bottom, so it looks like they are trying to bait it.
Okay.
By the way, Sumail almost died again. He had to use all his mana to ball away from Topson, but back at bottom they have gone in. Arrow, crit, kind of blocks it. Not sure if it was going to hit S4 or not, but he can say he saved his life there. As EG getting pummeled in this early game.
No kidding. 3k advantage at this point is insane.
And this Radiant Vision, there's ward. They know they're ahead and that EG is going to catch up by jungling, so they ward everywhere. In the jungle, in the lanes. They are persistent with their ward.
It's got to feel good after the first game where they just had any troubles. I haven't taken a look at the offlane very often lately. So on the bright side, Arteezy's 40 and 6, so he's doing well. net worth-wise, it's not beautiful compared to the giant net worth of Topson. But the interesting thing is, how is Topson going to transition? Because even if he does have a really good lane, it's still about execution. That's one of the problems with Monkey King sometimes. So he's got to turn this advantage into something while still pressuring the cores. And now that Storm's 6, he's more survivable here. Getting these kills are harder. Although if he does get chain stuns or Fortune's End root follow-ups, that could work really well. Oh, they actually didn't deny the bottom tower. A bit of a mistake there. Must not have gone back. That's kind of a big loss.
I kind of forgot about it as bottom lane to Mail. Oh my god, she doesn't even get a chance to ball on out. Double damage. Monkey King drops on top of him, takes him out. Feels like Arteezy, as much as he's like kind of the carry on the Spectre, he needs to be using this haunt as much as possible to help his team find kills. Like, he's probably should be telling his team, set up a gank for me and I will haunt and help secure them. Mid lane, Arteezy though, is getting ganked himself. So
that was an illusion, I'm pretty sure. That was insane. He already had Jingu Mastery from the Storm, right?
Oh, yeah. So, he still even has 2 left.
Gave him 2 little baby hits, and that guy died.
Yep.
He's even got 2 points in Dispersion and an Aqua. He's got high armor and survivability.
Mail comes back mid. He's going to immediately be sent away from mid. Topson is just unstoppable right now. Has 2k gold. He hasn't spent it yet. He's got the Echo Saber queued up, which is just this early game fighting item. Allows you to easily get those Jingu stacks.
It's really good in this position because you're playing against a bunch of heroes that are like pre-6 usually. So against like a CM, by the time you get your stun off and hit somebody with a single time and an extra Echo Saber hit, you're going to get your 4th proc off and very often get a kill.
Yep.
So it's huge for snowballing right now.
Moonlight Shadow was used. Ran at bottom. Going to get out there as top lane. They do look to initiate on S4. He gets the heal off though. Can they burst him before the heal really kicks in? It doesn't look like that's the case. And Ana forced to TP on out. The heal should be enough. The Impale comes a little bit too late.
That's no Desolate.
Get it off in time.
I don't know if he would have gotten the kill either way, but certainly would have helped a little bit. And first Haunt, not getting them anything other than covering S4 a bit.
Yep. Good news, Topson bouncing around is being scouted by Dire Vision, so they've got these wards to help protect themselves a little bit. Fly will secure the other bounty room, which Topson immediately becomes aware of. Oh, they see Fly TPing and should be the death of poor Crystal Maiden. Boundless Strike is there. Topson will finish him off. Sumail though poaches the regen bottom, so small little consolation for us.
He's gotten good runes for jungling, that's for sure. This one will be helpful. Maybe they try to pressure Spec again. He's going to end up hitting the jungle. I do like how EG is kind of sitting their lanes right now. They're putting S4 in the lanes that are dangerous. If he just stays top, killing him is hard, and therefore killing the tier 1 tower is hard. And if they just...
Oracle brought down. But yeah, putting S4 in these tricky lanes was working well. But then this Monkey King now has enough attack speed as also well as an Echo Saber to do whatever he wants. Godlike at 11 minutes. This is the Topson Classic.
It really is.
This is also the Monkey King like Snowball Classic. Like when you have that good lane and have that good start, he's impossible to stop.
And this is against one of the best players in the world. It's just incredible performance. I'm glad you guys got to catch it because I was really excited watching him play a Monkey King just like this the other day. So they still got to stabilize somewhere. Storm has basically been jungling all game. Spectre has to basically jungle or stay off lane most of the time, or at least go to lanes where his opponents aren't at. And now finally they're able to actually deal with the Enchantress semi-straightforward. He only has 2 points in Untouchable, but it's kind of hard to just get more Untouchables.
Yep. Crit, right now level 6, with the help of the Experienced Tome is... or even just scout out enemy heroes, which in itself is valuable. So.
But with these tower kills, it's going to be more gold being flooding into the supports. So No Tail's got sentries, Venge has sentries. They have ways to defend against this and start dewarding.
I mean, I think the call has to be for EG, you got to start defending towers. You know, Nyx Vendetta initiate, bring in the Storm now. He's got treads. That's all he's got, but that's at least something that is completed. He just finished it now, 12 minutes in. Say no to OG's tower pushes. Bring in the Spectre Haunt. Like, once you have Haunt, that's probably what you're waiting for, and you defend a tower, and you let towers go if you don't have Haunt.
It's so hard for them to fight, though. Arteezy still going multiple points in Dispersion, knowing that him getting ganked is by far the biggest danger here. So I've taken some damage. It's 4 going to be forced to pop out of seal. Can you dispel that? No, you cannot. That would be broken.
Yeah, Nature's Attendant being removed. That hero would be useless if that was the case.
Absolutely.
Unless you like 10 picked her like a Brood.
So trying to defend a little. They are slowing things down a smidgen, but when the Monkey King comes, things get a little scarier. What is he at actually? He's here.
By Crit's Nyx Assassin.
Oh, he's a haste rune. He's a hasted haste rune. I was like, where's the Monkey King? I can't buy it. It's a clap. This is great. A great little guy here. Just barely see him.
Had the cloud, got rid of the cloud.
It's like one of those things that only if you play like 1,000 games of Monkey King, you're like, oh, I can turn into a haste tree and then run really fast. This is fun. Let's abuse this. You know? Sometimes you just get so confused by those things that it does give you that little fraction of a second to initiate anyways.
Sure. No tail. Oh, is he going to be scattered in these trees? Crit check one side. The Haunt. Going to find him on the other. The Impale. Oh, he missed his crit. Instead, though, it's Monkey King. They got the bigger kill. That's where our team was really going. Thompson's streak has been ended by the Storm. We've got ourselves again, and this is not over yet, say EG. You may have this good early game start, but all it takes is a kill or two to punish that. Sumail, of all people, getting the last hit.
Wow, 700 gold, that's big. Picks up level 9, still working on his Kaya, though, so it's not super independent by himself, but he was playing around the enemy jungle. Maybe he got cut on trees. It's kind of what it looks like. Looks like they ball lightning to cut his trees. Stunned him for 4 seconds, if I had to guess.
He got Carapace as well by something. Maybe.
Are you sure? No, that's from the bottom.
Oh, that's from bottom. Oh, that's next. Just kidding. Just kidding.
So once again, same thing. S4 goes the lane. That's dangerous. Is difficult to kill. He's got a Dragon Lance now. Helps a little.
Yep.
And his course farm in jungle again. Must be nice to have a CM if you're a Spectre though in a game like this, because killing neutrals is not fast. So at least he has lots of mana to spam Spectral Daggers all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Push out waves a little bit faster too, just when you can dagger them. Doing that AoE damage, why not? You see, OG, that's kind of a wake-up call, you know, as good as this game has gone, and for Thompson specifically, you're godlike at 11 minutes. When you die, that's a lot of gold given away. He's considering the ultimate in mid, or TZ. Not afraid though, as he continues to farm.
Yeah, if he had a little cover there, or maybe one other hero with a stun, that could have worked out.
Yeah. Again though, it's crit though on the Nexus, scouting everyone out, giving intel for the team. Valuable in itself. He may just snipe a Curry here. That's gold for the team. Yeah, you take those.
Other 2 heroes smoke. It's Ana as well as No Tail shifting over. They know that cores are on the other side of the jungle. At least they expect it. They're going to find this.
Yeah, it's the bounty runes too. A very common play that we're seeing more and more of is these smokes and moves, team rotations of bounty runes, knowing that, hey, the worst case scenario, it may just be one hero, but hey, you'll take that one support kill.
They did get 3 either way, so
yes.
1 kill, 3 bounties, small advantage there. Thompson still aiming to get a BKB when
recognizing he may as well just go straight into this invulnerability, pseudo-invulnerability item. Bottom lane Ana forced to stampede just to run the hell out of here, but
this is really
damage. Yeah, Mel suddenly realized, oh wait, we can actually kill this guy.
The single value point of enchant is so good. It's 3.75 seconds of slow, so
that's all. Such a big slow. 55% slow is incredible.
Yep. So Thompson pushing on top, pushing a little towards farming more so than ganking the last bit of time, but it is kind of hard to get kills. It's like one of those moments where you do a great job stomping your lanes, getting some ganks off, but then because you're contracting the map so much, your opponents are just kind of near each other all the time, and getting those kills becomes even harder. But this could be one good grab they could get, but no, he's gonna jump away, Storm TPing, and that would have been a great snag. They could have gone for the chain stun, maybe a frostbite follow-up and Storm Ball, and that would have been a Thompson kill, so he gets out just in time.
They're going to Roche instead. The arrow to start things off here. The Venge wave maxed out. Level 4 Wave of Terror going to reduce Roche's armor by quite a lot here. And EG, they've got all their spells and ultis, but except for Vendetta, which is probably a pretty important one considering that's how you would scout out the Roshan pit. EG just don't seem to realize Roche is going on right now. They've circled the area, but they're expecting them on the high ground, on the plateau.
It's taken a while to do this, so I mean, Wave of Terror is helping, but...
Yeah. Seb's like, I'm going to leap out just for this arrow, and...
That's how they're desperate.
Yeah.
They don't have bottom ulti either. Maybe it's just one of these like unexpected moments, or maybe they realize like, look, this pressure thing that we're trying to do isn't working. Let's just take Roche, because they're not even crossing the river most of the time. Just looking for us when we're across. He casts his ulti, he's just worried. Okay. I think that's more than fine, to be honest.
They're kind of in a farming state until they get their BKBs, which Thompson mostly has his, so he's going to have to wait a little bit longer. But even other players like Murano just want to complete her BKB, so it may just be, you know, 2 minutes of farming while they wait for their items, as well as the Wukong's command to come back up, and then they can go and do something with the Aegis.
Yeah, because once they finish the BKBs, they don't have to worry about Sumail doing Sumail things, like getting kills and snowballing like crazy. For now, they're looking for the Centaur, though.
Yeah, they start things off with a Carapace into an Impale, the Storm Chip up as well, and great little gank there. TZ gets the kill, moves forward looking for a second one, but the Moonlight Shadow was there. Get him out, and this is the power of EG's lap is the ability to find these pickoffs and kills.
Really feels like if Crit was having a rough game or if he was playing bad, they would be so far behind. But he's been everywhere he needs to be. He's been setting up kills. He's been coordinating with his team and making things happen. If not for that, it feels like they would be completely lost right now.
Yeah.
Once again, there he is.
Another kill, yeah. It's nothing glamorous about it. He's 1-4-4. It's like not a crazy scoreline or anything, but it is right now probably the most high impact stuff happening on his team. He is enabling the Storm to have a game right now, as well as Spectre.
And he's just always by his enemies. Like the crazy thing about how far ahead OG is that if they had a gem, this whole thing would be shut down. So it's almost like if their tempo would have been a little bit worse and they start stomping mid-game, it just felt like they could have been doing whatever they wanted to. But instead, Crit just gets to scout them constantly.
One of those rare games where maybe you did just buy an early gem on someone like Centaur.
Yeah.
Could stop that from happening a bit.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many defensive wards. They would have cleared a lot of them on EG's side. But now EG's been able to get back into this. Only barely a 1K advantage. Going for the swap here.
Ball lightning coming on in, but they're just going to get two-man stun here. Storm actually balled into that one a little bit, but they don't have any good follow-ups, so Sumail going to continue to try and bring down Ana here. He may need some additional help. Yeah, he's very, very tanky. They're doing some damage. Nice disjoint on the magic missile. Sumail. Oh, the Venge Illusion. No! Sumail! One more hit. He gets it.
Oh, man. It's worth it.
They hurt so much, and Monkey King comes in to clean up Fly.
And there was also a dead Arteezy that Topson cleaned up somewhere without using his ulti.
Yeah, that can happen. That's a Monkey King for you, and that's going to force a CM buyback. The game, it's finally started to look like it was stabilizing for EG and that they were going to be in a position where they could go late game, get Spectre some items, get Storm some items, and then OG say, no, we've got this Aegis, we're going to bully you.
Ooh, that was a really good frostbite. Actually, it changed everything. If he gets his ulti off there, throws the stun, pops BKB or something, they can get some kills.
Topson going for the ultimate, knowing that will maybe help bring down S4. The arrow, though, yeah, hitting Jeraxen. S4 getting bullied by the Wukong's command. He's going to go for the BKB, but, you know, he immediately runs away. So Topson, not quite the initiation he was hoping for. They're all tipping into this strike. Can they get killed to Mail? They go Boundless Strike forward. He gets deleted. Great play from Ana as well as Topson there to get that kill here, but they're not done. EG, they say that's a lot of your disables being used here. Topson gets brought down first. The CM ulti is going flying, and that's going to last a long time. That's going to be there when the Monkey King respawns Topson. He can't leap away. Arrow's going to completely miss. He didn't know where Fly was. He didn't have vision on the high ground. Topson has a Boundless Strike in a couple of seconds. He's got it now. Can he get it off? It doesn't look like it, as they kill him as well. All of a sudden,
that's a hard thing with Monkey King, man. Like you have to execute perfectly in some of those crucial moments. If he popped BKB before he started to hit the Enchantress, it would have changed everything. Because then he would have instantly got the first hit off. He would have got an Echo Saber proc. Probably would have gone 4. Maybe finishes off Enchantress, but instead it just becomes hard. Oof. Can't quite spot him. No other stuns.
Use both Carapace and Pel to initiate, but that will definitely slow down this OG momentum. They've gotten a bit too aggressive going for that high ground play with the Monkey King, and like you say, the Monkey King, the way the BKB usage is, it's very difficult to time when you need to use it, and with a hero like Monkey King, a lot of the time is making sure you get your Wukong's command, which with the long cast time can be very tricky to do. We saw it get cancelled several times there. The CM Frostbite really changing things a lot.
Yeah, it was huge. Could have played that fight really good. They've got an invis set up on S4 though, so they need some rotations. They're coming Seb on the way as well. There's a lot of creeps in the area though, so he knows what to fear. It's gonna be close. Oh, so close. Maybe the Centaur ulti a mistake there, kind of revealing thing. But with that said, there was an Observer over here that did spot some rotations, so he was probably gonna back no matter what.
Maybe it helped him around to even get there sooner with the movement speed for the arrow. But
that's true.
Here we go. OG right off of that will go smoke directly towards mid lane. They see Arteezy, they want to go on him. He's going for this Manta style build. We saw this yesterday from Resolution, knowing that if you go this greedy Radiance build up, it can be so hard to get there without your team losing the game in the process. So get this intermediary kind of stat item, farming item. And Scan will see the Crystal Maiden, but Crystal Maiden, nowhere. They are.
Yeah, if you put a sentry on the high ground, that means they both know that they are aware of each other.
Oh yeah, the sentry was still giving that short.
It's gonna run out. Fly's gonna have to, Nova for this one. Use the Tango 4. This could cost him.
Yeah, Topson doesn't want a BKB for that one and won't have to.
It is scary dewarding as a support, I must say. You always worry about moments like that. but a big kill for him. That's going to give them pretty much easy leeway to take this tier 1 tower. Any dead hero means your opponents are probably not going to start a fight.
Bottom tier 1 goes down. They may look to keep on pressing this bottom lane, although Artesia will use that as a, positive sign. They're pushing bottom. This is freedom for me to go farm these other lanes. Top lane's fairly safe. Mid lane, enemy jungle. He doesn't have to go and defend because he can always haunt in should there be a fight. But they actually get the stun initiation on their follow-up stun as well. Storm goes falling in. Here comes Artesia with the haunt. He's looking for some initial kills. The Wukong's command does come out though and tops it with a BKB. As does Seb on the Mirana. These BKBs may be too much for EG to handle. They kill off both Spectre and Nyx, but they lose a couple supports in the process. But just supports as Sumail gets stunned at the sideline. He needs to fall out. He's going to go for the kill first. He dodges the arrow with the ball forward. Seb thought he had him, but he got baited. It's going to be a team wipe. What a play from EG as they completely obliterate OG in the bottom lanes. It started out okay looking for OG with the Wukongs, but Sumail just demolished them.
Yeah, they got out of the Wukongs really fast is what it felt like on EG's side. There's just a lot of Spectre illusions. I'm sure that helps as well. Haunt's just tanking attacks. And the Oracle got killed almost instantly by the Orchid. And from there, it was just kind of straightforward. Monkey King couldn't fully commit to get a kill. He ended up getting really low in the engagement, probably to, I think, S4 just pinging away the whole time.
S4 did 3,000 damage, the most of the entire EG side.
Yeah, just sitting back, throwing impetus the whole time. And with the Hurricane Pike, able to... I mean, isn't that how it started, though? They went on the Enchantress, he forced up, and then it became like a team fight. It was maybe a little bit of a overly expectant team fight.
If you're going to initiate on the edge, you need to blow her up. That's one of those scenarios where the hero you jump when you're diving a tower has to instantly die. If they survive, 99 times out of 100, you're just instantly losing that fight unless you're just miles ahead because you've committed so many spells and resources to that one kill, and all S4 used was, a Hurricane Pike and his heal. The rest of his teammates had all their spells available.
Yeah, and hard to pick him off, definitely, because Monkey King has to be concerned about where he drops ultimate and who's closest by to get a couple hits off. Definitely difficult to play Monkey King sometimes. Doesn't get spotted here by the sentry, but Enchant certainly sitting around to wait. Oh, did they know? Okay, I think they saw. Oh, there's a free bounty room here. So as these fights go okay for EG, it just means that their cores are going to get into a better and better place. And in the ultra late game, they have better carries. And Centaur has not really paid off. It worked well in the laning stage, I feel like, but ever since then, he just feels like a stun and a double edge, maybe.
It almost feels... I wonder if this is a reaction to their games yesterday, like a confidence thing where Ana just doesn't want to be playing these carries anymore, because it's like 2 games in a row where Seb on a win range and now Mirana, they're not really carries, they are the scaling cores, while Ana's been playing Centaur, which is the non-scaling core, like what would traditionally be your 3-position offlaner. Carapace again as a setup. Ana does have the backup from Seb, and actually it's Crit who's maybe unfortunately gone into a fight he probably shouldn't have, as he will pay for that one with his life.
Does cost him a BKB.
Storm?
Yeah. Oh. I think he was hoping to just like one-shot somebody. Maybe Mirana was full HP, but and Jex does pick up a gem now, so it's a gem on the Mirana. That means they should get a lot of good map control from this. I think maybe what they're thinking about the Centaur actually is the way to kill towers. The problem being that like he maxed out his stun second just because he had Blink Dagger fast, which makes sense. But then they didn't have somebody just stand and tank the tower, because the return is still amazing at blowing towers up. So I feel like maybe that was what he was thinking there, perhaps.
Bottom lane, they've scouted out S4 with an Invis Jerex Venge.
There's a lot of heroes nearby though, Storm and Sim.
This has gone poorly before. They do get the stun before he gets the heal off. The second follow-up stun is there. Storm goes falling in though with the haunt though. I feel like we've seen this one before. Storm immediately hunting down Jerex. Do they have detection? Doesn't look like it they do for the Venge, but they do bring down Centaur. He got scouted out. They don't find Jerex the side. He juked back to the shop, and this one not as catastrophic as last time, but it's the same thing. Maybe ignore the Enchantress.
They were way off on being able to kill that guy. That was a really poor choice to jump. They didn't have anyone nearby.
They scout him out though. They get the frostbite. He didn't BKB for this one, but he does finally get it off a bit too late though. Can he actually survive through the Impetus damage with a false promise? He's going to stay alive a bit longer, but I don't think he's surviving those Impetuses. He wants to kill S4. Does he have enough life still with the Jingu? No siree. He's dead. 4 dead on OG's side. Spectre did go down in the process. He died inside at Wukong's command, but that is not worth it for OG.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically everything. Thompson did another stun on Feb here, or Seb.
That's the gem.
And the gem pickup. Crit just always in the right place. And now we're seeing the late game problems with Monkey King. Topson's doing a great job, but by the time he got his ultimate off, he was already at half HP. That forces out the fast Oracle ulti, and he got some lifesteal out, but he's still hitting the guy that has high armor, is reflecting with Dispersion, maybe even had Blade Mail active, and then S4 just sits on the back and pings for a ton of pure damage. And there's not a good solution, actually. It's actually kind of a hard counter for Monkey King, because he's magic immune, he has stupid high armor, but he's still taking pure damage.
And he's also outside of the ring. He's not even getting hit by the little fake Monkey Kings. So
it's a really hard lane for Sumail. He went like 0-5 and 0, 0-4 and 0. Now he's 6-6 and 6, so he's super caught up since that point. And it's hard for OG to transition from this.
Well, how do they transition from this? Is it just, you know, is there an item or some kind of situation where they're going to be looking a whole lot better? They've got like an Axe queued up on Centaur. Mirana's finally going back for some damage jams after the BKB with a Maelstrom.
I mean, Axe is definitely a good place to go. I mean, he'll grab the 75 damage talent, but I just don't...
Roshan, that's what they want.
I don't see a way that Centaur really transitions as a hero damage-wise, unless they just like had advantage and they just kind of ended mid-racks. Kind of a maybe
so
option.
They know that gem's being taken away, and Storm just going to go balling in, forces out a BKB immediately, then he balls out.
He was ready to
Heads up play, and once again, it's this Storm with the mana loss aura coming out from the DM, so his spells cost such little mana. He's also regen mana constantly. He's got dust of his own. He says, I'll carry the detection. He goes haunting in, finds the Oracle immediately. He's looking for more. Topson already low. Once again, he's just going to die to these impedances. The false promise is just going to delay the inevitable. S4 knows he's dead. He finds a new target. It's Anna's Centaur, and that's a third hero kill. It's just a 6,000 gold lead, but it feels all over. There's just nothing OG can do in these team fights. Seb's forced to just keep leaping away, and it's fight after fight, the same story. All EG, all mid to late game long.
I don't know what the item solution is that's going to make OG win these fights. Like, I'm thinking Blade Mail maybe on Monkey King, but that doesn't make sense because he's popping heal on Enchant. It's just like they got past this point, they tried at this timing, and they were super stomping, but when they went high ground in that one mid push, they needed to get the racks there is what it feels like. And it needed to maybe be like a Centaur with a Buckler maybe just tanking tower hits or something. I don't know if Vanguard's maybe Vanguard's the wrong item build. Maybe he needed like a hood there or something, but I'm not sure.
I think it's like you say, there's no obvious item that comes to mind. It's not really an item thing. It was, they needed to snowball this game. They were doing that, but at some point it stopped. You know, the Monkey King's very first death when he had the godlike streak at like 15 minutes, gave away a lot of gold to Sumail, and then it was a couple of team fights in a row where they just didn't get that good Wukong command off. They will find crit here. That's a nice kill. He's actually got a gem here, so well worth using those BKBs, and he walked into a sentry ward, unfortunately.
So it's about time they were able to punish him, because he's been all over the enemy base setting things up. I feel like, I kind of feel like if Centaur goes like Hood Buckler with a Stout Shield, it would have been better. Because then you just, like, Centaur has a lot of problems, right? You need HP regen, you need survivability against physical, so Vanguard is usually common, but against towers, Vanguard sucks. It's better to have like a Buckler, and there's also a lot of magic damage. Maybe that would have made a difference. Go like Blink, Buckler, Hood, perhaps. I'm not sure. But they've definitely lost their window a bit, and they need to take really good team fights, and they need to gank well. But Topson's built team fight this whole time. Scotty BKB, great item build if you can keep people in a circle, but he's really far away from level 25.
Yeah. I do like this Satanic he's got queued up. Maybe even an item he should have gotten earlier, because that synergy with the False Promise, he could actually maybe have survived when he's right-clicking Arteezy and getting plonked by Impetuses if he has that extra bit of crazy lifesteal.
It feels like they've been able to deal with them pretty well, though, especially because his BKB is down to 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So as soon as that runs out, Frostbite him, do a Impale, just slow him a little bit of Storm Spirit. Like, they can just deal with him.
Oh yeah, it's not going to solve all their problems by any means. It's a small lifestyle improvement as Crit will see once again. Run in, scout some things out. Sumail going in. He's got follow-up with a double damage rune. He wants to find Topson first, and Topson did not BKB for this one. He's just going to die without using it. Swap out onto Seb. He's trying to just save the gem here. Seb's just trying to run. Says, take my teammates, but not me. My life for my kingdom, says Big Daddy No Tail.
Well, one save there. They pop BKBs, but yeah, the instant catch on Monkey King was huge. He might have gotten nullified, because I know Spectre had to pick that up this game, but great jump from Sumail. Pops the Shivas for vision, does a ball lining. He could see. Plus the nullifier. They have his BKB off. He's dead. Hellfire and Orchid, guy's dead.
Yeah, there's 2 heroes with BKBs, and one of them is a much bigger threat. It's the Monkey King, not the Mirana, where this Nullify can be very effective against.
It's just so important that, like, the hard thing about Monkey King is it's all about execution. Can you get your BKB, or can you get your ulti off? And ideally, you'll do your BKB afterwards, and ideally, you do your stun afterwards. But if it doesn't go in that order, your hero just is a lot harder to execute if you're against super mobile heroes like this. That way, Storm has been really effective. They're going to start on him at least.
Yeah, they're actually just going to blow up Sumail. That's his first life, but still being able to take away that first life in such a cheap way is pretty damn nice. They can't magic missile the projectile. Disjoinable by the ball lightning, as we've seen already, and Storm's going to just go falling right back in. Take out Jerks to sound things off here. In the middle of this is Arteezy Spectre. He's got a cheese, so he's just going to man up and take down the Monkey King with the Nullifier. No BKB for you. 2 fights in a row. He just couldn't get it off, and they're on the high ground. No buyback except for the Mirana. They're going to GG out. EG have turned around a bad start here in game number 2 and taken down OG. He's doing great resilience.
OG had a stage across the board. I mean, Thompson super dumpstered mid, but Sumail just is one. In the late game, I'm going to be able to come back from this, and we're going to stomp you in the late game. We've got Spectre, we've got Storm, we have CM, we've got Nyx. There's so many options. Like,